for the spotlight.
WIFO Big Dog Country's Local Musician Spotlight. Sponsored by Union Station Brewing Company, El Dorado, England's Collision Center, and American Steel Builders. Tune in every week to hear the best local talent putting all the rest of the test.
Come on and crank it up for this week's star.
Right here on 105.5 WIFO Big Dog Country.
Big Dog Country, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup. Here we are on this Friday morning, 4th day of April, and it's time now for Local Musician Spotlight. Time for us to put a spotlight on a local musician. We named that show very well. So we have in the studio with us this morning Uncle Dave. His name is Dave Griffin, but he's Uncle Dave from Waycross. And good morning, Uncle Dave.
Morning,
and I need you close
morning.
to the mic about like where I am right now.
Hello.
You can move that mic. That mic goes up, down, forwards, backwards, every such way you want it, but it works best when you're about this far away.
I like a good mic.
Yeah, and
There we go.
there you go. And so you're Waycross. You grew up in Waycross.
Waycross,
Is that your
Georgia.
hometown?
That's pretty much my hometown. I graduated from high school there, Ware County High School, in 1971. So I'm an old man.
Well, I graduated in 72 from Wayne County High School, so we
You're
were
an old
real
man,
close.
too.
We're just two old gray-haired men sitting around just chewing the fat this morning.
That's right. Yeah, I was listening to your birthday giveaway on the way over here, and I'd like to shout out to all you birthday people that today or this weekend, you're as old as you ever been and as young as you'll ever be again. So, happy birthday.
Words of wisdom from Uncle Dave.
Yes, sir.
Now, tell us, I mean, you're over 70. How long have you been playing music?
Probably about 55 years now, something like that. I picked up the guitar in the 12th grade, learned how to play, and it's been good to me my whole life. I played music in a traveling band from 75 through 78, Eddie Middleton and the Down Home Band. Two of the members of that band used to be in a group called King David and the Slaves.
No.
Yes.
No.
I figured you'd remember that.
Yeah.
All you people out there listening, King David and the Slaves were a Jesup Scriven band.
Yeah.
Made up of members. They all got together at University of Georgia, and they ended up opening for Three Dog Night, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, a bunch of bands back in the day. Beach music kind of stuff. Randall Bramlett
some bands didn't want them to open up for them because they were that good.
They were that good. Randall Bramlett was in that band.
Oh, yeah.
And he's excellent musician. But, yeah. Yep. And going forward, I played in and out of bands all my life and supplemented my income with my regular jobs. And still continuing to do it today. You know, I'm supplementing my sociable security with with playing gigs every weekend. So I've been blessed.
So you're still playing gigs on weekends?
Still playing gigs.
Is it mainly here in South Georgia, North Florida, or where?
Yeah, well, I get around. Have been invited. I write some original songs and have been invited to play the 30A Songwriters Festival down in kind of close to Santa Rosa Beach. Might be Destin.
Close
right
to Destin.
area. Yeah, close to Destin.
Okay. That's
And,
a beautiful area down there.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask you if you performed all these years, did you ever put pen to paper and you wrote songs yourself?
Oh, yeah, my gosh. I've been doing that ever since I started learning how to play. So 50-something years on songwriting as well.
Any
Got a few
of your
CDs out.
songs that really
They
got played a
resonate
lot?
with other people, and some musicians in the state of Georgia have recorded some of mine, not on any kind of a money-making level, but just to know that they appreciate my songwriting enough to cover it, you know. Now, Will Mosley has his eye on one of my songs, and I've got my eye on him. So,
Come on, Will.
I said, please, Will.
Give Uncle Dave some love here.
Just do it, and then I can go to bed happy.
Maybe he'll do it. That's a local kid that's really done well, hasn't he?
Oh, he has done super. We're so proud of him.
Yeah, we all are around here. I mean, South Georgia boy, doing as well as he has, and
Georgia boy does good.
Georgia boy does good. Well, we got Cole Swindell. We got so many of them that do that.
Georgia Georgia has been a good state for music.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Also, I'd like to mention that my son plays drums with the Pine Box Dwellers, and I know that y'all have had them on here a couple of times, and so it's kind of in the blood around my home.
Yeah, a lot of them have given credit to you for being their mentor and helping them get started and teaching and advising these young artists, because you are the oldest one that we've had on far in our local musician spotlight, and some of the ones, the Pine Box Dwellers, and other ones have given credit to you.
Well, I appreciate that. I tell them, don't do what I do what I say don't do. So maybe they'll get some longevity out of their careers.
Well, you've had longevity in yours there, Uncle Dave.
It's been a fun ride, I will say that.
Yep, and so you've played in and out of bands all these years. Are you still are you in a band now, or perform with one, or you just do it on your own now as a single artist?
Not really. The band that I was in, we kind of laid it down about 2016, and I've been doing solo work ever since. But you'll find me in and around, sitting in with people occasionally, but also put on 2 music festivals in Waycross. I'd like to mention that too.
You put them on?
Yes.
Okay, they're your babies, huh?
It's our baby. Me and my wife started the annual Graham Parsons Guitar Pool in 1998 in our backyard. We did 4 years in the backyard. The last year we had about 250 people show up at our house.
You got a good backyard.
And it was like scared the heck out of us. Oops. And it was time to change, and so we put it forth in the public venues after that, and it's in its 28th year this year.
And it's called, once again,
the annual Graham Parsons Guitar Pool.
And
in
why
tribute
did you name
to Graham
that?
Parsons.
I figured it had to be something to do with him. Yeah.
Who was a musician from Waycross, Georgia.
Well, he was. Okay.
He was originally from Waycross, and he went out west and joined forces with the Byrds and the Flying Burrito Brothers, and he discovered Emmylou Harris, hung out with the Rolling Stones, changed their idea of.
And what years was he doing this?
This was in the late 60s, 67.
So he probably hung out Laurel Canyon then.
Oh, yeah. Chateau Marmont.
That would have been a time to hang out at Laurel Canyon in the late 60s, early 70s.
If ever I could go back in time.
If we could go back in time, especially you, because you're a musician. For a regular average Joe like me, it would probably, but for a musician, that was Mecca back then, Laurel Canyon back in the late.
Haven. I mean, my God, you had.
Mama Cass was kind of like the matriarch of the whole place.
The mama.
She was the mama, of Laurel Canyon back in the late 60s, early 70s.
She had a hand in putting Crosby, Stills, and Nash together.
Yeah, she did.
And so, it was a beautiful time, and I was right there listening to it all on record albums. You know what that is? A record album?
I'm sure I do. I played record, and I still got many of them myself.
But, it was a good time. But Graham was from Waycross originally. He discovered Emmylou Harris and changed music, the direction of music in the late 60s by bringing hardcore country music, the type of Merle Haggard, George Jones, together with hippie rock and roll, and formed the hybrid country rock that the Eagles, Poco, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, even Alabama, would get to later, So he was the first to actually bring them together with a purpose.
Now, did you talk to Graham about before you did this, or you had to get permission to use his name? Or
no, we never had to do any of that. He passed away in 73.
Okay, so that's right. He passed away a long time ago.
And his story is very mythical. It's one that if you dig into, you'll see what I'm talking about. But he did so many good things, and died young, and then Emmylou more or less carried his torch on, And we give tribute to him in our humble little festival every middle of October every year at the Okefenokee Fairgrounds in Waycross.
Okay, and what month of the year is that held?
October.
October, okay.
Middle of October. Now, we had another festival to spin out of that one. In 2011 was the first annual Swamp Town Get Down. Now, that thing is coming up May 1st, 2nd, 3rd. We like to say May 1, 2, 3, go.
May 1, 2, 3, go. May
Yeah.
1st, 2nd, and 3rd, because you got me 2 tickets here.
I got you 2 tickets to give away, and it's going to be great. It's a very diverse festival musically. We have everything from jam bands to bluegrass to country to reggae and points in between. And some of the headliners this year are the Ain't Sisters. They play a lot down in Live Oak on the festival.
At Live
circuit.
Oak, okay.
Yes. And the Pine Box Dwellers, of course, will be there headlining. Bonnie Blue from Jacksonville, Bryce Allister Band, Lefty Hathaway Band, Tire Fire, and all kinds of other supporting acts. It's going to be so good.
I mean, you got a lot of artists on this ticket. This is.
And those
you reached back in time to put the artwork on this ticket right here.
Well, I actually just picked up the phone.
You just picked up a phone and looked for artwork?
Actually, that was designed by a great artist, a musician himself in Waycross. You should get him on your show, Forrest Bradley Sloan.
Okay, and he sings?
Yeah.
I'd love to have him on. Write that down there. And,
Yeah.
But he did the artwork for this?
He did the artwork.
And is
for
he
that.
around our age or?
I'm not sure what age he is. He's definitely younger than us, like most people. I'm not picking on you. I'm picking on me.
Well, you're older than I am. So only about
Wait
a
just
year.
a minute.
Just a year.
Okay.
Just a year. Oh, but I love this. I love the artwork on this ticket.
The artwork
right. This
he's
is
describing
amazing.
is a ferry.
It's
a
a
little ferry waif walking through the river in the middle of the swamp, and
a ferry walking through the Okefenokee Swamp. Huh?
I've got fireflies all around
I
her.
know,
And
see
a
all
big
the
bright
fireflies?
moon behind her.
Yeah, the moon, which is
That's-
oval looking instead of round, but oval looking. Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic. A great look. That'd be a great poster right there if you took away all the band stuff and
Yeah,
just make
we
a
got
poster out of it.
The posters are just
Yeah,
like
the
that.
posters
The
look
T-shirts
great.
as well.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah.
We should have brought a T-shirt. But this is going to be on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's called the Swamp Town Get Down with all kinds of artists, with all kinds of music, and it's going to be a 3-day event. Now,
That's right.
this is going to be mainly nights, afternoons. What do you know the hours on this?
Thursday we do. We have a Thursday is mainly for early RV camper arrivals because we have RV spots as well. It's at the Okefenokee Fairgrounds, Waycross. There's
Okay.
like 42 RV spots out in the field in the campground.
Okay.
And the early RV arrivals on Thursday, we decided to give them a little entertainment in the campground. So we do Uncle Dave's Waycross Stagecoach, which is me and several other artists, the Pine Box Dwellers, the Page Brothers, and Andy Johnson out of Thomaston, Georgia. The four of us will get up there and play original songs and have a good time on Thursday night. Now, Friday and Saturday are the actual proper days that the festival
For the
begins
general
on
mission.
the main stage,
Right.
where everybody comes in the gates.
And what time does that start on Friday
It'll
and
start
Saturday?
off at 6 o'clock on Friday and go till wee hours of the morning. And then Saturday it starts at 1 o'clock with
starts early.
entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, and goes to the wee hours again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All these different bands performing, some of them in bands, some single artists, all kinds of music with the Swamp Town Get Down, which will be at the Okefenokee Square Fairgrounds in Waycross on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Right on.
Everyone's invited. How much are tickets? I don't even see a
Well,
price
the
on here,
gate
do I?
price, now you can use these tickets for 3-day, 2-day, or 1-day, however you prefer. But the 3-day value on them is $110
Okay.
a piece. So when you get them free, that's a 100% savings.
That's right, because we're going to give away 2 of these tickets in just a moment. If I can, I'll make up a name for myself and put it on there. I'm just kidding.
Well, I got some more in the car.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll give away these 2 tickets in just a moment, because, folks, you do not want to miss this. The Swamptown Get Down at the Okefenokee Fairground in Waycross on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, with every type of artist you can think of, with all kinds of music. So if you haven't been to an all-day, late into night music festival in a long time, outside, it's a whole different atmosphere when you're out there and it's dark and people are partying and having a good time and you're listening to the music. It's an experience that you will remember, maybe, the rest of your life.
Unless you were grew
Maybe
up in the 60s.
At least you'll have some friends around that may tell you about it.
They'll tell you that you had a good time.
Yeah, you had a good time there.
Yeah. But, yeah, we have vendors, too, food vendors, craft vendors, RV camping. Tent camping is free with admission. It's just a good time.
Okay, and Uncle Dave, Dave Griffin of Waycross is here, been performing music for over 50-something years now, and he still performs. You can catch him at different gigs around. Where do you play next?
Oh, let's see. Fish Dock, which used to be Pelican's Point up above Darien. Play a good bit over at Boondocks, which used to be called the Blue Bar on Blythe Island Road in Brunswick. Different places on the islands, mostly. Wiley's Top Shelf, a bar in Waycross.
Now, do they bring you in to perform to a certain age group, or do you play for everyone?
I just play for everybody.
You play for everyone.
Yeah, it's restaurants, bars. Mm-hmm. It's whoever shows up, you just read the room and kind of figure out what they like. Of course, it's easy for me because I've been doing it for so long, and I've got a pretty good repertoire of decades of music,
right.
So I can generally find something that somebody will go for.
So it's you and your guitar on the stage entertaining.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, a lot of lies. I tell a lot of lies.
A lot of lies,
yeah.
Huh? Oh, it's just great having you in here this morning,
Yeah,
Uncle
I appreciate
Dave.
it so
Dave
much.
Griffin of Waycross. And in just a few minutes, we're going to give away 2 of these tickets. And they're $100 and how much each?
They're $110 value on
Each.
Each.
So a $220 value that we're going to give away in just a moment. And you can use them for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Well, you can't use them for the first day, can you? Because isn't that just for the RVers?
Well, what we do, the first day is open to the public.
It's public
well.
too.
Yeah,
but
so if you come on the first day or the second day,
okay,
you're going to get a wristband in exchange for your ticket.
All right,
at the
so
main gate. So
you can go 1 day, 2, 3, or 3 days for $110. It's just according to how much party and how much time that you've got and how much music you want to listen to.
That's right.
How many? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to take a quick break right now and listen to from our sponsors, and then we're going to come back and listen to Uncle Dave sing, perform, play his guitar. What are we going to hear in just a few moments, Uncle Dave?
I'm going to do a song that I wrote. It's called "Curl Up and Die."
It's called what?
"Curl Up and Die."
Oh, okay.
I'll get into the thing when we come back, but
all right, we'll do that. We'll do that in just a moment. What you might want to do at the end on May 3rd at 2:00 in the morning, right?
That's right. Curl up and die. It's about that time.
All right, we'll be back with more of the local musician spotlight here on WIFO-FM in Jesup. Uncle Dave performing in just a few seconds. Well, about 3 minutes.
When it comes to auto body repairs and glass replacements, trust the experts at England's Collision Center and Mobile Glass in Jesup. Whether you've been in a fender bender or need a windshield replacement, England's has the experience and expertise to get your vehicle back on the road in no time. Plus, with their convenient mobile glass service, England's Collision Center can come to you, making the repair process even more convenient and hassle-free. Don't let auto body damage or a cracked windshield slow you down. Visit England's located at 586 Southwest Broad Street or give them a call at 912-588-9922. England's Collision Center and Mobile Glass, serving Wayne County for over 25 years. Proud sponsor of the WIFO Local Musicians Spotlight.
Craving a taste of adventure? El Dorado Mexican and Japanese cuisine is your passport to flavor. From sizzling fajitas to mouth-watering sushi rolls, we've got something to satisfy every craving. And that's not all. We're proud sponsors of the local Musician Spotlight, supporting the vibrant music scene in Jesup. So come on down to El Dorado and experience the perfect blend of delicious food and community spirit. El Dorado Mexican and Japanese cuisine, your local flavor destination. Are you in need of a durable, reliable, and cost-effective building solution? Look no further than American Steel Buildings in Jesup, Georgia. With American Steel Buildings, you can trust that you're getting a high-quality product at a great price. Call Chad Burke at American Steel Buildings in Jesup, Georgia today at 912-294-2011 or visit our website at americansteelbuildingsllc.com.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. I hope those phones were off. Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup.
Hey.
We're telling war stories here, war stories.
Yep. Bob's got more moves than a can of worms.
Butch does.
Butch, Bob. Butch and
We
Bob.
have the
Bob
Butch and
Bob.
Bob show. We get confused all the time, but this one's Butch. Bob's the one that left. I'm Butch.
Sorry about that,
That's
Butch.
all right, Dave. All right, we got Dave Griffin, better known as Uncle Dave, in the studio with us right now, and he's going to perform a song that he wrote and tell us a little about the history of the song and just get started, okay?
Yeah, this is called Curl Up and Die. I wrote it a good 15 or 20 years ago. I was pulling through Waycross one day, and Sean Clark of the Pine Box Dwellers was married to a girl at that time who was a hairdresser, and she had a salon downtown called Curl Up and Die, D-Y-E, Die. I thought, now that's clever. And I took it home and changed D-Y-E to D-I-E and wrote an old truck driving song. I like to dedicate this to my daughter, Megan Stewart, who lives in Patterson now, and she's got a store in Waycross called Megan's Boutique. It's a beautiful little outlet for women's clothes, and she's great. She's good at whatever she touches, and I'm glad that she's my daughter. And this song goes out to her.
All right, Uncle Dave.
Won't you curl up and die in my arms, little darling? Won't you curl up and die in my arms, little one? Your daddy is home and the full moon is falling. Stop weeping, your crying is done. Your crying is done. I've traveled from Tampa to Tempe. I've wandered many a mile. I've seen wondrous things, but they left me half empty compared to your beautiful smile. So won't you curl up and die in my arms, little darling? Won't you curl up and die in my arms, little one? Your daddy is home and the full moon is falling. Stop weeping, your crying is done. Your crying is done. I'll be. Well, the road is my constant companion. The highway is my closest friend. But I'd swim the West Coast and I'd jump the Grand Canyon just to lie in your sweet arms again. So won't you curl up and die in my arms, little darling? Won't you curl up and die in my arms, little one? Your daddy is home and the full moon is falling. Stop weeping, crying is done. Your crying is done.
Uncle Dave here on 105.5 FM, Big Dog Country, WIFO. Good song there, let me tell you. Doing good.
Well, I appreciate that.
All right. And we've got 2 tickets to the Swamptown Get Down that'll be held in Waycross at the Okefenokee Fairgrounds on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Each one of these tickets is $110 value. You can use it for 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. You can go all 3 days of the festival because you can get a wristband on the first day that you go. So you can just, how much time that you've got and how much music you want to listen to. You can go for all 3 days, 1 day, or 2 days. It's $110 value, so we're going to give away 2 of them to one person. Is that correct, Uncle Dave?
Any way you want to do it, that'll be fine. Any way you want to do it.
Because people usually like to go with someone.
With somebody.
Yeah, they usually
that'll
like
be
to go
fine.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to give away these tickets to the Swamptown Get Down to be held at the Okefenokee Fairground in Waycross on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You can go 1, 2, or 3 days. It's up to you. Each ticket valued at $110. This is a $220 value. All you need to do is just text in your name and text in Swamp. So I'll know that you're doing it for this. Just text in your name and Swamp. Not call, but text. Text your name in and Swamp to 912-427-3711. Text in your name and Swamp to 912-427-3711. And I will take the third text that comes in. The third text that comes in will win the 2 tickets to go to the Swamptown Get Down with more artists that you can shake a stick at here. I mean, it looks like about 15 different artists there. About 15 that's going to perform over the 3 days and goes afternoons and late into the evening each day. And so go ahead and just text in your name and Swamp. And text number 3 will get the 2 tickets to the Swamptown Get Down. Swamptown. How'd y'all come up with the Swamptown?
Well, actually, Waycross is Swamptown, see. The Okefenokee Swamp is, the headwaters of Okefenokee Swamp is 8 miles from my house. And right there, we've got the Okefenokee Swamp Park in Waycross, legendary tourist spot. Mm-hmm. I know I've been out there many, many times.
Okay. And our text number 3 came from Pamela Mosley. Pamela Mosley. So, Pamela Mosley, what we need for you to do is to come to the radio station and pick up your 2 tickets to the Swamptown Get Down. Get ready to have a good time. Maybe I'll run into you there.
Thank you, Pamela.
I won't try to run into you, but I may run into you. And we'll have a good old time there and take whoever you want. You got 2 tickets to go to the Swamptown Get Down in Waycross at the Okefenokee Fairground on May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You can go all 3 days, 1 day, 2 days. It doesn't really matter. But Pamela Mosley, stop by the radio station. We'll have your 2 tickets here for you to pick up.
That's terrific. Pam, come by and say hey to Uncle Dave when you get there.
That's right. Where will you be there?
I'll be all over the place.
I'm sure you will be.
But usually
Now, do you put this on?
Yeah.
Okay, you.
It's a lot of fun, though. You'll see. It's one of our longtime attendees called it one of the best little festivals you've never been to. So I kind of like that.
Okay.
And congratulations to Pam Mosley.
Yep. Pamela Mosley, congratulations. All right. Anything else that you want to add this morning, Uncle Dave? We've had a great time with you this morning.
I have loved every second of it, and it's a pleasure to meet all of y'all. And I hope that y'all will come to the festival as well.
Okay.
And I did want to say this in honor of Val Kilmer, who passed away the other week. I've always wanted to say this over the radio. I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry. He did a great job in that movie Tombstone. Absolutely a fantastic job. He was a great actor, and he's going to be missed. Yeah. All right.
Thank y'all for having me.
Uncle Dave Griffin of Waycross. I guess you've got a site folks can go to find out where you're playing.
Oh, well, usually I just get on Facebook and create these little ads and put them out on Sunday of every upcoming weekend of where I'm playing, and I'll usually try to tag everybody. So if you'll get on Facebook, you can find me. I'm not Uncle Dave Griffin. I'm just Dave Griffin on there.
Dave Griffin.
That's right. And right now my avatar is a big dragonfly, psychedelic dragonfly. It's the Swamp Town Get Down logo is my avatar. So that's the way to find me on Facebook. And if you'll friend me, I'll friend you right back.
You are a product of the late 60s and early 70s, Dave.
Yeah, psychedelic everything.
Yes, you are.
I got some things in my house that are probably still illegal. But anyhow,
Years ago, I can't remember how many years ago, about 10 years ago, somewhere along in there, Wild Adventures held a concert in which they had some of the biggest artists from the 60s there. Eric Burton.
Oh, my God.
Animals were one of my favorite bands.
Oh, mine too.
Oh, I loved Eric Burton. And the Animals, I loved them.
You ever hear that Winds of Change album?
I'm not sure.
Eric Burton and the New Animals.
And I don't know if I heard that or not.
The one with the Sky Pilot on.
Okay, but and then they had several other artists from the 60s there, and they had all the psychedelic posters and and stuff that we put on Facebook and stuff like that. And I went to it, and I rocked out. But there was some folks there that had never left the 60s. Okay, they were probably about 10 years older than me. Okay, because I was 16 in 1970, so I wasn't part of that 10-year-older group that really experienced the 60s. Okay, but there was some folks there that had never left the 60s. The way they acted, the way they dressed, the way everything.
I know them.
You know them, huh?
They come to the festival. It's a beautiful thing.
If you want to step back in time, folks.
That's right. You close your eyes when you get to our festival. You close your eyes and you'll think you're at Woodstock. You won't feel like you're in Waycross. That's for sure.
Okay. All right, Uncle Dave. It's been such a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you so much. You as well, buddy.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, we've got another giveaway coming your way in just a moment, but I'll do that in just a few minutes. We got some tickets to the Wayne County Fair that we're going to give away. The local musician spotlight has been brought to you by England's Collision Center and England's Mobile Glass Service, El Dorado, and American Steel Buildings.